Good afternoon. I'm Emily Steinmetz, and I'm a third grade teacher at Woodstock Elementary School. Today, I will be presenting you with a data overview. This data overview is designed to provide information about student achievement to the school improvement team. The purpose of this data overview is to use data to highlight and initiate conversations related to student achievement at Woodstock Elementary School. In this data overview, we will isolate trends and identify areas of strength and weakness. This information will be the base for conversations and dialogue into improving overall student learning. The total enrollment from the 2012 school year to the 2015 school year has increased steadily. In total, 123 new students have attended Woodstock Elementary since 2012. This slide contains the demographics for WES over the past 4 years. As you can see, under 60% of the population is white. Our Hispanic population has increased since 2012, and our African American population has decreased slightly. Multiracial, Asian, and Native American or Alaskan Native students make up a small percentage of the population. Additional subgroups within the school population include students with disabilities, students eligible for free and reduced meals, and students with limited English proficiency. The percentage of students eligible for free and reduced meals has decreased over the 4 years from 50% to roughly 45%. Our largest program at Woodstock Elementary is the Early Intervention Program, or EIP, with roughly 18% of the school population participating in this program. The ESOL percentage decreased in the 2015-16 school year, while the Special Education and Talented and Gifted program enrollment increased. At Woodstock Elementary, attendance has stayed relatively constant over the years. Less than 10% of the student population is absent more than 15 days, while nearly 60% are absent fewer than 5 days. The 66 staff members are comprised of 55 female teachers and 1 male teacher. The majority of the teachers have 11 to 20 years of experience, with 1 to 10 being the next highest percentage. Overall, the teachers at Woodstock are experienced educators. The staff members at WES do not have a very diverse population. Of the 66 staff members, 95% are white. It will be important for these staff members to consciously recognize student diversity in their classrooms and create a culturally responsive environment. The data for the CRCT and Georgia milestones is separated into 2 graphs. First, we will look at the 2012 and 2013 school year CRCT data. The data indicates a decrease in scores in all subjects except math from the 2012 to 2013 school year. The data on the previous slide brings up some questions about what happened between the 2012 and 2013 CRCT tests that could have caused the decrease in scores. Also, it raises the question of what was different about math that resulted in an increase in scores. Did the math program change? Was the schedule changed so that math received more time than the other subjects? Or did teachers attend a training that supported and improved their math instruction? After 2013, the state began using the Georgia Milestones end-of-grade assessment to correlate with the new Common Core standards. In all content areas, student performance increased from 2014 to 2015, with the highest percentage gain in mathematics. As we continue through the overview, we are going to dig deeper into the mathematics scores. When compared to the county and state of Georgia, Woodstock Elementary's percentages of students who met or exceeded are higher in both 2012 and 2013. On the Georgia milestones, Woodstock scores are again higher than the county and the state's percentages for those in the developing, proficient, and distinguished categories. The next slides contain mathematics data comparing gender and limited English proficiency for Woodstock Elementary School. Before digging deeper into the data, I'd like for you to make two predictions about what you expect we will see on the 2015 Georgia Milestones data for gender and limited English proficiency. In just a moment, we'll discuss our predictions before we look at the data in the upcoming slide. The number of males and females taking the Milestones assessment in 2015 are almost equal, with only 17 more females than males. The percentages of students in the beginning, developing, proficient, and distinguished categories are also almost equal. After viewing the data, how did your predictions about the scores for males and females compare to the results? Unlike the results for the gender comparison, the percentages for students with and without limited English proficiency are not equal. 28% of limited English proficiency students were proficient or distinguished, compared to 57% of students without limited English proficiency. The 29% difference indicates a clear gap between students with and without limited English proficiency. The following year, the gap grew by 1%, as 32% of limited English proficiency students were proficient or distinguished, compared to 62% of students without limited English proficiency. This data indicates an area of weakness that needs to be addressed. While students with limited English proficiency performing at the beginning level on the mathematics milestones decreased from 32% to 17% from 2014 to 2015. The significant gap between those that are proficient and distinguished increased by 1%. What are some of the factors that could have influenced the gap? How can we close the gap in mathematics of those at the proficient and distinguished level with and without limited English proficiency? To address the achievement gap in mathematics between students with and without limited English proficiency, the following steps are recommended. First, teachers will use SIOP strategies to address the needs of students with limited English proficiency. Next, we will use UPD at each grade level to inform and modify instruction to meet the needs of limited English proficiency students. Last, we will establish a stronger connection between the parents of limited English proficiency students to support student learning.